Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we have a bit of an awkward situation here because we need to detach from here, although not necessarily yet, but we need to detach from here eventually. But if we open up our cargo bay, which we need to do to detach and unclip here, right? If we detach from here, then we are going to end up impacting our cargo bay here. So we need to change our deploy limit of our cargo bay to be somewhere around 50% or so. We can't fully open our cargo bay. So that's absolutely fine. Next, I'm going to have Bill EVA. And we're going to need to do a little bit of work down here. So first things first, I want to grab a strut. And we do have one in this cargo storage unit, it looks like. Yes, that is indeed a strut. And I want to connect that from here to here. Eventually, it'll get caught up. There we go. Cool. Okay. Next up, we are going to hop over somewhere over this way. Yeah, let's detach this. What? That is not what I wanted to detach. Okay, we'll put that back. Eventually, it'll get caught up. And we are going to grab this strut here. Okay, now we have the correct strut. So now I want to strut it from here to here. Eventually, we'll get there. There we go. So that's sort of anchored into place, but it's not as anchored as I want it to be. So the next thing that we should do is grab this strut. There we go. And we'll need to anchor that from here to here. So that's quite anchored, and I think that's good enough for now. Let's see here. This is the nadir docking port of Unity. I believe, let me pause this here. Actually, we don't need to pause it. I believe the nadir port of Unity is left open. Yes, that is correct. So we're never going to put anything into the nadir port here. So what we need to do on this side over here is connect directly to the Unity port. So I'm going to head up this direction and we'll see if we can grab another strut. We can reach this one, but that's currently in use. Can we reach the cockpit from here? We can't. Okay, we'll continue to climb down here as much as we can. Oh, whoa. We just teleported back to the top. Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to let go and turn RCS on. And we're going to... SAS on, please. We're going to head somewhere over this direction. Because I want to head down and grab a strut. And we know that there's struts in the cockpit. So that'll be okay for now. We're just not in range at this moment. Okay. Now we are in range. Let's bring this nearly to a halt. Grab this strut. And I'm just going to go from... Actually, it probably shouldn't go here. This isn't going to work. It'll need to go from the other side, but we'll need to let the game get caught up. I mean, if this works, it works. It works, but I hate it. Okay, so we're going to remove that for now. And I want this to come from down here. Eventually, we'll get caught up. There we go. And we'll just put it right there. Okay. So that looks absolutely fine. I mean, I kind of dislike how that's... Okay, I'm going to have to do that again. I don't like how it angles inward. To be clear, there's not a structural problem with that. It's just an aesthetic one. Okay, I'm going to grab on here. And we're going to redo this guy. And we're going to grab it from about here. And take it down to here. Eventually, the game will get caught up. This is, of course, a very, very complicated build. Okay, so we'll just place it about there. That's significantly better. Okay, now we can make our way inward. RCS on, please, Bill. as Bill is being exceedingly terrifying right now. Okay, so we can just head on in, and we need to, at this point, start getting the cupola module set up. And that is going to go in, not this docking port, this docking port. So we're going to need to get that moved around. It's currently on the wrong side. That shouldn't be a big deal, though. So we're just going to hop... Nope, wrong direction. We're just going to hop up here. Board. Eventually, Bill will get there. Okay, there we go. And we board. So next, what we need to do is we need to detach here. So we need to undock there, hop over to the space shuttle, and we need to go in the down direction. And let's put this on kill rod. So we need to pull out and away a little bit here. I want to set this guy as our target. So that all looks good. We're just slowly pulling out and away. We need to go this direction. I don't think we're going to impact over there. We need to go this direction until this clears this. Alternatively, we could simply call this good enough and go this direction until we are at 0, and then go this way. But I kind of don't like that option. I don't think we're going to impact. So I think we're okay here. We'll just continue to move until we're clear here, which we're not quite there yet, but we're very, very close. I'm just a little bit concerned that we might impact here, but as I look at it from a different angle, I don't think we will. Okay, so we are fairly clear at this point. Let's start braking. We'll take this down to 0. And now we're going to need to go down. So that's going to be... Hang on. That's basically a reverse. Okay. Downward we go. And I'm just going to adjust our velocity here so that we are actually going directly down. About there. Looks good. And then, of course, we're going to need to turn RCS off and rotate. That's going to change our vectoring on us, though. And I'm not 100% certain that I want to do that at this time. I think we'll just continue to drop down until we're far enough down, which will need to be about here or so, when this is about here or so. So about a little further than this, but this is very close. As we pivot, this will drop down further. So at this point, I'm going to turn RCS back on, and we're going to kill this relative speed. 2, 1, 0. Good enough. RCS off, and at this point, we need to start nosing down. It doesn't really matter the orientation of this module. We just need to attach it right down here. So we're just going to orient this. This angling is so awkward. Okay, we're going to orient it to be somewhere around here or so. I think we're going to have to go a little bit further down with the nose. Okay, now I'm going to control from here. We're going to need to go backwards. So from here, what direction is backwards? RCS on. First try. I like it. So we're going to go backwards here. And we're just looking to bring this roughly in line. It doesn't have to be perfect, just roughly in line. I'm also concerned about our tail here. We may want to extend this out. I think that we probably do want to extend it out. We're currently moving back at 0.5 meters per second, though, and so we know that this is also at a slight angle, which is fine. Yeah, this is absolutely okay for now. So we're just waiting until this moves this way. And we've got a ways to go on that one. So let's warp a bit. Okay, coming out of the warp. And we should definitely start braking. In fact, we're going to overshoot this. 0.3, 0.2, 0.1, and 0. Okay, so we have two options here at this point. One is that we can attach it like this and extend it out. Two is that we can just rotate the whole ship around, which is exactly what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to control from here, and we're just going to yaw the ship all the way around. 180 degrees. Now, this is going to mean we're going to have to change our positioning again, because our center of rotation is not around this point. If I kept control there, we could have found the point to do that at. That probably would have been best, but at this point, what's done is done. Okay, so we're going to bring this around 180 degrees, about here or so. Just trying to kill that rotation. There's a lot of rotation there right now. A lot of rotational energy. Okay. And I think that we can also change our nosing a little bit to be about here or so. Okay. I'm going to grab this guy, control from here, and I want to head backwards a little bit, which is this direction. Okay, we're going to head backwards at about 0.5 meters per second. And that'll just slowly bring us approximately to being in line. And we can keep an eye on this marker here. Okay, we're going to be pretty off on it. That's okay. Going to start braking fairly soon, about now, in fact. And this is probably... we can go a little further here. We can definitely go a little further. So somewhere around here. Now I'm braking. 2, 1, and 0. Okay. RCS off. Let's point at target for right now. Oh, hang on. That's the direction to target? Oh, I guess that is. Okay. So we're going to want to move a little bit off to the right, which is what directionality? This way. Gotcha. Let's just head this direction until we are approximately in the right angle, which we can see is going to be a little bit. No doubt about that. Are we going to have to move forward or back at all? A little bit forward, I think. But for now, I'm content with this right directionality, which was this way. Cool. So we're going to be in line fairly soon here. We're just slowly moving into position. Very slowly. Just a gentle drift. Okay, I'm going to start braking now. 2, 1, maybe. No. 1. There we go. And eventually, we're not going to hit 0. Okay. I'm going to head towards target here so that we know what our actual directionality is. There it is. Okay. Now we can adjust our vector here. There we go. And we can bring that to a halt. We're not quite ready to dock yet. We know that we need to go a little bit forward here. I just needed to correct our vector. So, what is forward? This is forward. Excellent. We're going to head forward about, well, a little ways here. I really am, I'm kind of bothered by how crooked this is, but I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so we can see we're pivoting into position here. We definitely need to come more forward, though. But that's looking decent. We're getting a lot closer. I still want to go more forward. Okay, this is getting really close. I'm starting to brake. We're not quite where I want to be yet. About now or so. Bring that down to a halt. Okay, so we'll just position this here. And then head towards target a little bit. And we'll see how this goes. At this point, I kind of want to go for it. It'll be a little bit off, I feel like. But I do kind of want to go for it here. Let's take this up to about 0.2 meters per second. I don't know that we're going to nail this, but it's kind of close. Emphasis on kinda. I think our angling is a little off. I think we're going to have to go a little this way. Okay. What direction is that? Yeah, that's this direction. So we'll just bring ourselves up a little bit. How are we looking on this angle? This angle looks good. But we are going to need a little bit of additional velocity in the this is what, the left vector? Things get really wacky when we're doing this. No doubt about that. Okay, we're much closer in this vector now to where we want to be. Bringing this back, we're very, very close now. This might actually be close enough to dock. It's incredibly close. But I think we're not quite there. Docking forces might get us there. But ever so slightly on the forward vector is what was needed there. This might be good, though. Yep. Got it. Fantastic. So that's the cupola module installed. At this point, I'm going to have Bill EVA, and we're going to strut this into position. So we're just going to hop into Kerbal construction mode. We can do it from right here. And I'm just going to grab a strut from here, and we're going to put it, like, up over here. As soon as the game gets caught up. Yeah, right about here. That looks good. And then we will do another strut from here. Just want to make sure this is nice and rigid. Eventually the game will catch up. There we go. And we'll put it there. Another strut down at the bottom. Where's the bottom? Okay. Sure. Yeah, I guess we're over here now. I don't know if this is the bottom or not from what I was talking about previously, but we do need a strut here. So that'll work. And then we will deposit this guy right about here. That's fine for now. And I'm going to grab this strut because we're not going to need this strut. We're going to want to get rid of it, in fact. And then I'm going to put this... I really shouldn't put it at the edge, really. Well, I guess it's okay. We could connect it to this part. So that at least there's some connection between the two parts. Okay, that'll do for now. Now what I want to do is I want to extend this arm out. So we're going to board here. And I'm going to extend out this arm and get a little bit of space between us and the station. So I'm just going to push the shuttle away from the station a little bit here. And we'll put it on kill rot. This creates some pretty major wiggling. That's not surprising. Okay, we're just going to put that about there for now. Then we're going to undock. Then we're going to retract this. I want to set this docking port as our target for right now. And we can see 0.1 meters per second. Okay. Kill rot. RCS on. And we're just going to bring this right on down. Rotating our rotation a little bit. And then heading this way. Okay, that basically kills our relative velocity. Looks good. I now need to rotate this guy around to be 0 degrees. Or close to it. There we go, 0 degrees. And then we will stow this away. And close our cargo bay. We no longer need the cargo bay. At this point, Bill can EVA. And all we're going to do now is we are going to grab this docking port. And I'm going to store that somewhere. I want to store it on the station. This docking port does not remain. I'm going to put it out in space for right now. Okay, we're going to let go. RCS on. Bill, you okay? He did not turn his RCS on. Okay. We're going to head off over this direction. And we're just looking to store this like inside of this hitchhiker storage container. Would be fine. So let's grab this floating docking port. And we'll just put that in the hitchhiker storage container. Perfect. So that'll do for now. And we are done with this particular mission. We can start bringing these guys home. There's nothing left for us to do here. Unless, you know, we wanted to install these in a slightly less crooked manner. But that sounds like work. So we're just going to hop up over here. Bill just keeps hitting his head over and over again on the sloped surface there. I love it. Okay, we're going to hop in. And at this point... Oh, we're still in Kerbal construction mode? That's a little wild. At this point, we want to head away from the station. Oh. Crew member name here. Let's board and see what happens. Okay. We appear to have bugged the game mildly. I'm going to make a quick save. Cannot quick save while Kerbals are on a ladder. Right. Uh-huh. So we've got Jebediah, Bill, crew member name here. And then we've got the ISS. And then this is apparently Bill. We cannot tell him to let go. What happens if we clear input blockers? Cannot board a full module. We appear to have just spawned a Kerbal. Okay. So inside of the International Space Station plane is Jeb, Bill, Bob, and Valentina. And then we've got whatever this is. This is saying Bill Kerman here, but this is crew member name here. I'm going to hop back to the Space Center. Well, actually, I'm going to quick save. Clear input locks. Quick save. Head back to the Space Center. Maybe we untrack this guy. So lesson learned, don't enter while still in Kerbal construction mode. That apparently creates bugs. Excellent. So back to the Space Center we go. Hopefully this doesn't crash on us. That would be very awkward indeed. We haven't managed to go to the Space Center yet. Wait, it's not actually going to the Space Center. Okay, what happens if we make a save here? Game is just frozen right now. It appears to be quite bugged. I have no idea when our last save was. It probably would have been an autosave. But possibly when we detached. But the game is definitely frozen right now. It is not responding. This is very awkward indeed. We appear to have created a bug. I'm going to restart the game, and we'll see where we were. Be back in a moment. Okay, so the autosave appeared to have... okay, there we go. Cool. OBS remembered to record the correct window. Okay, so the autosave appeared to put us on an impact trajectory here. We were very, very close to the docking port, but we were not, like... we were at the wrong velocity. We came in at like 1 meter per second. It bounced hard. So I got that under control, and now we're just bringing this right back in. So we're not too far behind, but we did lose a little bit. No doubt about that. I'm going to come in at about 0.5 meter per second for right now. It's a little speedy, but I'm also doing this a little bit the hacky way, which is I have the station pointing at us. So that'll make things go a lot quicker. We're not going to have to do all of the lineup and stuff. So that'll be fine. We already did that. This is just getting caught back up, right? So that's absolutely okay. So Bill is going to need to re-strut this, but that should go pretty quickly. We know where those struts need to go. And then we'll be done here again. And I'm not going to have him board while in Kerbal construction mode this time. That did not go well. So we're just going to set our deploy limit to full. We don't actually need to be concerned about that at this point. And we're still heading in here. I want to adjust our heading a little bit. Okay. 0.5 meter per second is maybe a little on the fast side. So let's brake as we come in here, but we want to be pretty quick about this, right? So we're just going to bring this right on in to about 0.3 meters per second. And this should dock perfectly. I've already got it all lined up. So we should be good to go on that front. Beautiful. Okay, so we are now docked, and at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Bill EVA, and we're going to put these struts on. So strut number 1 is going to go from here to here. And hopefully this will go somewhat quickly because I just restarted the game, but no. No, it does not. Okay, we'll put that there. Strut number 2 is going to go from here. As soon as the game gets caught up, there we go, to here. Strut number 3, I'm going to do from here to about here. Eventually. There we go. And strut number 4 is going to be this one. So we're going to remove this strut. And we are going to put that from here, as before, over to here. We're just putting this in the same place as we did before. So right there. Okay. Now we're going to exit Kerbal construction mode, and we're going to board. Cool. At this point, I want to, as before, push us away from the station. And we'll put this all in kill rot. Thank you very much. Okay, so we'll push away from the station here, and then undock. Excellent. We'll retract this arm. Have Bill EVA again. As soon as we can. Come on, Bill. There we go. Now Bill can EVA, and we're going to release. RCS on. And we're going to go remove that docking port, as before. Okay, so at this point, I want to enter Kerbal construction mode. We take this. I'm going to put it inside of this hitchhiker storage container. There we go. That's all we need to do there. Now I'm going to exit Kerbal construction mode as soon as the game gets caught up. There we go. And we are going to head back into the shuttle. We'll stow all of the shuttle's bits, and then we are going to deorbit this. But I was hoping to at least get some of the deorbiting burn done this episode. Due to that bug, unfortunately, we're not going to have time for that this episode. But we are able to stow this away again. So we're just going to put this at 0. And then set this alligator hinge to be at 180 degrees. And close our cargo bay. Excellent. Now we're going to pull a little bit away from the station. That's not the direction I wanted to go. That's the direction I wanted to go. We'll pull a little bit away from the station at a somewhat reasonable speed. There we go. And we are going to point ourselves at orbital retrograde. I don't know what direction orbital retrograde will be. Down this direction? Okay, that is absolutely fine. It is time to put a cut in here at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to bring these guys back and get started on our next mission. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods. Actually, hang on. We should unfurl these solar panels up here since we're done working in this area. There we go. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.